Baby, it's 3 a.m. Had you on my mind.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be playing a different game actually, because Fortnite really hasn't had that many updates recently. And this game is called Horace. I don't know what to expect from this game, except for a robot. And that's it, so let's press A. And yeah, start a new game. I guess we're going with that. Hello? Oh. This is spooky. Am I being created? What is going on? I think they're wielding the robot together. Oh, it's number 1. We just got brain cells. Whoa. What just happened? Hey, why'd you close me up? Yo, they're sending me away. Hello? Where are you guys going? Solomon Automatons. That looks like a shady guy. Open the door. By the way, kids, don't smoke. It's bad for you. Stop smoking. See, even that guy agrees with me. Don't do it. My God. Oh. Here I am. So I can move with arrow keys. Up, down. Okay. What? Hello?
And so, I was born. The first people I remember seeing were the old man, the old lady, and their daughter, Heather. After they'd said hello, the old man powered me down so he could install some software. I could tell they were nice people. The old man didn't give me a silly voice or stupid personality. And the old lady didn't dress me like a clown. Although for some reason, Heather really didn't like me. Once I'd had time to get used to walking, the old man asked me to dash from one end of the room to the other.
Dash? Gotta go fast. Wait. X. Run! I'm like Naruto running. What? Meow. Hold on, what is here? I can't jump. Wait. I just figured out how to jump. What? What's up?
Next, the old man spent a couple of hours building some wooden platforms. He said he wanted me to jump up them, but I must admit, I was scared.
No need to be, bro.
It wasn't until I saw Heather and her mother happily climbing up them that I decided it might be okay.
Yeah, bro. Ah! Wee! Oh, jeez. These things are high. Ah. Okay. Still getting used to the controls. Ah. Wee! Hello.
The old man then rearranged the platforms, He told me to try to reach the other end of the room without touching the floor. Heather said the floor's made of lava. But when I smiled at her, she just frowned and looked away. The old lady arranged some pillows and blankets. She said it was in case I fell, but I think she just wanted it to look more like lava.
Wow. Okay. Wait. Oh no! No! I fell down! No. Okay, so. Ah! Oh god, this is spooky. Ah! Hey, I made it!
When I reached the other side, the old man just smiled and said, "That'll do, for now."
For now? Excuse me? Chapter 1, Learning to Walk. Oh, this guy. There, it's the little kid. Forgot her name already.
A couple of days after those first lessons, the family had a big meal, and I was introduced to everyone else. The professor was the old man's brother. He was very
Hello?
quiet, and always seemed to just kind of stare at me.
Ew.
He had lived with the old man for 5 years. The house was so huge they barely saw each other. He preferred instead to stay in his room, leaving everything up to his butler, Mr. Deck, as he insisted everyone call him,
Mr.
although
Deck.
the professor always called him Anton. For a while, he called me the yellow bastard, but the old man made him stop, as he thought it sounded racist.
Yeah.
Mr. Silton was the old man's driver. Before he worked here, he'd gotten in with some bad people and was the driver in a post office robbery,
No
although
joke.
it all went wrong for some reason. Mr. Silton showed me a video of his band. I'm sure some people must like it,
Yeah,
but
not
I
me.
just found it terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
Then
Found
there
it
was Alice.
terrifying.
She was
Alice.
the cook. She was a nice old lady.
The old line.
When she was younger, she had
Old
been a
lady.
TV chef. Then,
Wow.
years later, she had a small part in Coronation Street. Mr. Silton said, before she worked for the old man, Alice was quite a hoarder. She kept old newspapers and bicycles, and something about a poo in a shoebox.
Wait, what? Poo in a
The next morning,
shoebox?
the old man gathered everyone together to show them what I was capable of. "What else does he do?" asked Mr.
How
Silton.
much?
The old man smiled. "He can help around the house." "Could he help me with my newspaper collecting?" asked Alice.
Can
"I'm
I?
not sure that's a good idea," said the old lady, "but he can do all sorts of jobs." "Yeah," said Mr. Silton, "shove a stick up his ass and he can do Deck's job."
Oh
"Now,
my
now,"
gosh.
said the old man,
Wow.
"we have company," pointing to some important-looking people. Two large men,
Hello?
both called Gary, set up what the old man referred to as lasers. He said again, I should try to get from one end of the room to the other, but I shouldn't be worried, as I had a special chip which meant no matter how damaged I was, I couldn't die. He said it was
Really?
like infinite lives in a video game. But when he realized I didn't understand, he said he would explain another time.
Okay. Whoa. Run! No. What's up?
Everybody clapped, except the important-looking men. Not
Excuse
exactly
me?
a cold, calculated killer, is it?
What?
Said the man in black. The man in grey laughed. What kind of artificial intelligence was that?
Smarter
he
than
asked.
you.
Move right, unless there's something in the way. Okay, okay, said the old man. He turned to me and whispered, they're going to make it quite a bit tougher. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
Whoa! Okay, so they can only go to here. Run. Oh no, run. I think we have to follow it. Alright, how do I do this? Ah. No, go. Ooh, that was not easy. Oh, don't tell me. Okay. Wah! Okay. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Oh, nope, not even. How far does this go? Alright, so, okay. Alright, we made it back. Hey, we did it! Ugh. Oh my gosh.
The Garys then rearranged the room one last
Again?
time. The old man smiled.
Jeez.
Now, there's no need to look so glum, he said. I'm still happy with everything you've done today.
Thank you.
So this time, I was determined to do him proud.
Yes, we got this. How hard could this be? Okay. They got, like, weird sparky things, I see. Wait. Oh my gosh.
The old man's friends actually seemed quite happy when I made it through. We might have a winner after all, said the man in black. It's no Killbot 3000, but you can almost see the fire in its eyes.
All I see
A couple
is
of days
blue
later,
stuff.
the old lady said she had a surprise for me.
A
Mine meant, when I said video games,
Hello?
I played games at every chance I could.
Jeez,
I
he's
took on
addicted.
I was unstoppable. I had enjoyed music, film, and television. But to me, video games really were the highest art form.
Oh my gosh. Wow. The best video game ever. Table tennis for two. Hello? What? How do I play? Oh. No. Alright. Hey. Hey. Ha, got him. Let's go.
Heather's birthday was a couple of months later.
Happy birthday.
Her mum and dad had bought her a camera
Nice
and
camera.
arranged a day out by the sea so that Heather could take some photos, although I really don't think she wanted any pictures of me.
Oh, that's
When
sad.
the old man asked the professor if he wanted to go, he frowned and said, "I can't believe you want to spend time with that thing.
What?
It could destroy the world." I wasn't sure
don't
what he
even
meant,
know.
but the old man just smiled and said, "That's what you said about the Game Boy." Anton, how about you?
Game Boy.
"I don't think so," said Mr. Deck. "The last time I got in that car, Barry crashed us into a branch of Woolworths. I never would have gone into Woolworths of my own accord." The old man explained that the car was old and the brakes had failed, but Mr. Deck was having none of it. So Mr. Silton drove, and Alice came along for the fresh air.
Nice car.
I enjoyed being outside. Although, the old lady kept telling me to be careful of the rickety old walkways. It felt
Why?
like she was telling me off, but I think she was just concerned.
Yeah, obviously.
As the old man and I stood on the cliff tops, I could see something in the distance. I wasn't sure what it was, so I asked the
Smoke.
old man. He said it was a battleship that had sunk in the 1940s,
But
but he looked so sad when he spoke about war.
then why is it there?
I didn't see what happened, but the metal platform Heather was climbing on had collapsed. She was safe, even if the rocks she was on looked very dangerous. The tide was rising, and we didn't know how long the Coast Guard was going to be, so I offered to climb down and get her. The old man agreed,
Oh my
but said
God.
I should be careful, as Heather doesn't have infinite lives, like I do.
She only got one. Oh. Oh. Oh my God, save Heather. What? Excuse me, what? Heather!
Heather was unconscious, and her leg was broken.
Oof.
So I picked her up as gently as I could. I decided it would be best if I didn't run the rest of the way.
Okay, thanks for telling me that. Time perfectly and go. Imagine I drop her. Whew. Okay. Come on. Oh. And go. Oh gosh. Run. Oh. Oh, we made it. Oh, we got
An
Heather.
ambulance had arrived by the time I had made it back to the cliff top. The medics made sure Heather was okay, and then took her off to hospital.
Bye-bye.
A few days later, we all went to see how she was doing. She was fine, but would have to wear the cast for a couple of months.
Oof. Oh, she's smiling. We're all happy. Robot saves local girl. Hero robot, hero bot. Let's go, man. Is that a wheelchair? Excuse me? What? Wow. Driving her all around the house.
Once Heather got to know me, we became good friends.
Yes.
We enjoyed the same films and TV. She was also annoyingly good at some of my favorite games. After a while, she became very interested in how I worked. Soon she knew as much about me as the old man did, if not more.
Wow.
We spent the next couple of months visiting other countries, as when it came to teaching me things, the old man always liked to pick interesting locations.
Is that Mount Everest?
He had explained the basics of mathematics to me at the Great Pyramid of Egypt. Taught me history in the dead of night, surrounded by mysterious giant stones.
Wow.
And even showed me science in action high up in a hot air balloon.
Oh gosh.
This is why I was surprised when the old man took me to a restaurant. It was nice, but it seemed very somber compared to the previous grand locations. He said he just wanted to chat, and this was nice and quiet. Plus it was his favorite place to eat.
Yum yum.
We talked about life, the universe, Douglas Adams, everything really. When I asked him why were we here, why did we exist, he just smiled and said, life is like a game, just don't expect to be finished anytime soon. When I looked puzzled, he said, well, everyone should have a purpose.
Yep.
So I asked him, what's my purpose?
Don't know.
He thought for a bit, then said, so you want to be a real boy? Which just confused me even more. Eventually the old man said, for now, I want you to help clean things around the house. I must have looked unimpressed, as he then said, okay, I want you to clean 1,000,000 things.
What?
It didn't sound like the meaning of life.
But
I suppose you've got to start somewhere.
Oh, 1,000,000 G's. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you for watching.
The next day,
and
the old man said he wanted to install.
There you go. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a little, cause I didn't really know what to do, so I figured, hey, why not install another game and play and have fun? So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe if you're new, hit that like button, and make sure to check out some of my other Fortnite videos. This will become a series for this game. I don't know how long it is. I just saw it on Epic Games. I'm like, alright, sweet, let's download it. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye.